So, hi everyone. I think that started recording. Oh, this thing bugged the life out of me. Right, so I am doing something a bit different and I'm shuffling my new cards, which I absolutely love. It's one of these things where you just sort of, see a deck of cards on eBay and I'm like, yeah, something's telling me to get them, and I freaking love them now. They feel very shamanic, so they feel very me. They suit that side of me. Right, so anyway, and I'm going very slow because I am so tired because I cannot handle the heat here and I'm probably dehydrated. So definitely going to get a cup of tea after this. Probably actually need lots of water too, but tea is water. Right, so anyway, I'm going to stop blathering because the most important thing is Love Island has now started. That's okay, I'm recording it, don't worry. Right, so give the card. I'm just going to pull. These feel very special. I done when I done a reading. Actually, why am I saying reading? I tend to want to come away from the word reading. I don't think reading really suits what I do. It's more channeling the energies, or consciousness reading, soul reading. That more kind of suits what I do. Akashic records, really, but unless you're really moving those sort of circles and use those kind of words, a lot of people are like, "What the hell is Akashic record?" Anyway, look it up if you want to know. Edgar Casey, one of my faves. Right, so I'm just going to pull one of these cards because, like I was starting to say, I had a horoscope. Well, I can't think of another word. So yeah, it was a horoscope reading, but the whole point was, it was only meant to be 30 minutes, and it ended up being longer than that, which I don't mind. I absolutely loved it. But obviously, I don't want that to happen every time because that's just not good for business. But the most exciting part of it was, my client absolutely loved it. And I was just like, wow, it was amazing, and I'd love to be doing more of them. And it's basically the horoscope reading. It's where I look at the 12 signs use the 12 houses to do it with your astrology. So everyone's got 12 houses, and they all link to a sign in zodiac. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, so on, so on, so on, and they all link to different areas of our life. And it was quite a powerful reading. And there's a card for this week. Oh, now I know why I was meant to use them. That's lovely. So the card for this week is love, and it's compassion. So it's funny because, so basically, yeah, what I was kind of trying to take it along. God, my mum said that to me today, and it's true. I'm taking a while to get to the point, but so basically, point taken. I done that reading, and I used loads of different decks of cards. I used oracle cards. I actually used the tarot as well, and I don't always normally use the tarot that much. But at the very end of it, I used one of these cards, and I just felt these cards feel to me like, I think using any more than one or a couple of them kind of spoil the message. And another kind of rule break that I'm doing of my own rules is I don't tend to use the guidebooks many cards, because I just I was told that ages ago by a medium that I love. Like, just basically she said, throw away the guidebooks because they hold back your intuition. So mostly I have sort of stuck by that whenever there's ones that I've got, like the chakra wisdom cards have a fable attached, I would never remember, but I do remember quite a lot of them. And then it feels like these ones, although I could channel a lot of stuff to do about this, and I feel I will throughout the reading, I also feel the messages that go along with these cards are really beautiful. So I won't read the whole thing, but I'll read the ending bits that I love. So I feel this is the theme of the week, and I feel this is because I'm recording this on the Sunday, and there's a lot of dreamlike, ethereal is the word that I used in my daily reading today. There's a lot of ethereal, sort of dreamlike energy about, and I feel it's because of all the watery energy going on, a lot to do with Neptune right now. I'm sure there was a trine, so it was just, a lot of watery, intuitive energy going on just now. And also, we're still in the Taurus moon, so it's a very kind of calm, like, what word am I wanting to say? It's just been, I've had a really nice chilled weekend, just like eating really nice food and like spending time with my family and my lovely little, she's not newborn anymore, but my wee niece that I'm absolutely in love with. So it's just, it's a real kind of, it's a nice energy, a nice sort of love and, yes, compassionate energy there. So that's what I feel. That's why maybe this card came up today, because that's when I'm filming it. But I did ask that this card be for the energy for the week. So I'm going to read what it says. Give me a minute to find the thing. should have really, well, how could I have done that when I was picking around? I was going to say I should have done it ready, but I didn't know what one was going to come. I'm not that psychic, guys. Right? Sometimes I'm at the full moon. So it says love, compassion. In this beautiful image, we see hands reaching toward each other through a heart. The green field surrounding them is the colour of the fourth or heart chakra. Oh my God, sorry, I'm literally getting chills. That's freaky. So, right, that is weird. I didn't mean this because you see me shuffling, this came out, but literally, I'm not kidding. Today was the heart. Am I imagining that? No, I'm not. I'm only doing a chakra a day, and today's chakra was literally the heart chakra on what I'm doing on my main page. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, that's a nice synchronicity. We must be in alignment. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. So actually, what I was going to say as well is, so those of you that don't follow the Facebook, but I'm pretty sure anyone that's watching this video, you found it on the Facebook. Unless I've got embedded tagging and somebody's randomly found it on YouTube. And if so, please let me know. But yeah, so what I was going to say, yeah, I'm doing my Chakra Discovery Ignite Your Light 8-week group course again. And depending on how quickly people show interest, I've got a couple of people that are interested. I was going to start on the Thursday, which is a new moon, but I think more realistically, we'll probably start a week tomorrow on the Monday, or it might be a week today, depending on when you watch this. But yeah, so basically, if you want to have basic knowledge about the chakras, get a healing meditation, and remember, my meditations aren't just meditations, they actually are like activations for your own healing abilities when you're open to it. You literally every other day I hear somebody coming back to me and said, "Hey Claire, right after I spoke to you, right after you've done a meditation, I could feel tingling in my hands and I just want to heal people." And it's like, yeah, it's just what I do. It's weird, but you know, it's a shaman thing, I'm not sure. It's just what I'm here to help with, here to just help. Maybe you just weren't doing exactly what you should be doing, and that's just a little reminder to get on with that. I don't know. Right, so is that all I want to say? Yeah, so basically, if you're interested in doing that, then get in touch. There's also the root chakra 8-week group that I'm going to be doing. Again, it'll be based on how quickly people show interest when I start it. But I always like to start things around a new moon or a full moon. And that the root chakra course will be more in depth, and that will be 7 or 8 weeks exploring the root chakra only, which of course is the first chakra, and it's, I was going to say the most important one, but yeah, it really is. It's where you unearth the limiting beliefs, and where you plant new positive beliefs, and where you build a strong foundation, because nobody wants to build on a shaky foundation. So that's, you know, in brief, that's what the root chakra is, but it's a lot of in-depth work, which I've already done with my membership, and it's just basically repeating that for the people that missed out on the membership. And then it gives people that want to join my membership a chance to catch up with us, because we're at the heart chakra now, which is again another, oh my God, that's so funny, another synchronicity. Oh, that's funny, because we just finished the solar plexus and we're going on the heart chakra. Love it, love the synchronicity. Right, let's get on with this card. Studies by Heart Math Institute reveal that the electrical signals from the heart are up to 60 times stronger than the brain's, and the magnetic field is as much as 5,000 times more powerful. See, I couldn't have given you knowledge like that. That's why we had to read it from the book. It's a given that our thinking, and not so much knowledge, actually, science is what I meant to say. That wasn't my strong point at school at all. It's a given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and in turn our reality. What we put out, whether it's love, fear, empathy, sadness, and so forth, contains an incredible amount of power to shape and influence our reality. Wow, that's actually kind of like the daily reading today. Go and take a look if you haven't already. When the focus of our attention and intention is love and compassion, we recognise no separation between self and other. And here's the bits that I didn't mean to read that bit, but that's what wanted to be read. All wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but an act of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. And remember, that's right up my street, having studied counselling for years. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver putting out electrical energy, and a receiver, drawing in magnetic energy. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside of you and do your best to love whatever you see. Lovely. Again, I really do feel that's that Neptune and sort of Pisces unconditional love vibe, because that's what Pisces and Neptune is, unconditional love. Lovely. And again, loving the synchronicity of the heart chakra prompt being today and me and my group going on the heart chakra prompt after of a break this week and talk about other stuff next week. So that's cool. Right, so I'm going to put that one down now. And I know I've been talking for it, but I'm going to turn this over. Right. So I'm just going to use the numerology deck and the other one that I can't remember what it's called. So, and I'm just going to do one card for each day of the week, guys. I think it's really quite, it's not strange, but it's a bit, yeah, I suppose it is unique to me because nobody can do, you know, what I do like I do. People can do similar things, but there's only one you kind of thing. But I mean, most people just sort of do Monday, Tuesday, one card, Wednesday, Friday, but I don't know, I've just never really been drawn to do that much. Sometimes I might, but pretty much I always sort of use at least one card for the day or a couple. Right, so this is Monday's card, which is still, some of it might still be Taurus moon, but we're pretty much in the Gemini moon. And it's about physical activity, so maybe it's still Taurus moon, because the body is Taurus, that's why I say that. So I really do feel there's a need on Monday for some of you, whoever's been drawn to watch this, to get moving your body, you know, and that's really funny because I've got plans to go to the gym, so you can hold me accountable to that and ask me if I went. I did go last week, but I only swam, so I'm not really sure that counts, but it's, you know, it's still exercise. But yeah, on a serious note, this is about you stepping more into your truth with the blue, and the purple is about your spirituality. And it's about, you know, remember when we've got a lot of tension in our body or stress, which is very much on my mind because I'm doing the decluttering challenge just now all month, and I've just finished all the prompts about the mind, and I'm going to be going onto the body. Oh, that's quite funny. Yeah, I'll be going on the body, the physical this week, so maybe that's spirit. I'm going to laugh with that too. But it's about really paying attention to your physical body this week and what it needs. Lovely. And healing. So I told a lie where, you know, I didn't tell a lie. I didn't mean that, I didn't think we were going to be doing that. But anyway, that card just drew me in as well. So it's all about getting rid of excess energy, grounding yourself, and that's the healing that you need. So, and then remember the overall energy. Right, anyway, let's speed this up a bit. And then I just seen love partnership as well when I was shuffling, just in case that comes out again. I'll shuffle on this camera so you can see. Right, here's Tuesday's card, which is definitely Gemini moon, and what's just jumped out? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't handle when spirit did that. Is too creepy. I'm sorry guys, that creeps me out when that happens. Like, how weird that I even said I saw it and then it jumps out. And it's funny that I actually was, you know what I mean? That just shows you how in tune I am in my guides, that I was drawn to actually show me shuffling so that you could see that jumped out. I would have to watch that back myself. That is mad. So yeah, there's stuff going on about love this week as well on the Tuesday. And yeah, so that's, yeah, and it must really be quite true because that just happened. That's blew me away. So yeah, and again, I feel it's because you're stepping more into your truth. And this is so funny, the cards for today was about sexual energy being increased, and that is to do with manifestation, guys. And orange is the sacral chakra, which is that area. And we'll just leave it at that because this is a PG. Well, it's not always, is it? Because I swear in that, but yeah, we're not going to go that down and dirty, excuse the pun. But yeah, there's stuff going on about love this week. Why was that again? So I think today is actually quite a lovey-dovey, again, because of Neptune. And there's something going on about surrendering. So I feel this is for Wednesday. So it's, what I'm getting from this is it's like 9 and 1 is 10 in new beginnings. And I feel like it's kind of like, so I feel like when I feel this, people are like, really? Like, what do you mean? But it's like, this is going to mean different things to different people. Either it's you're single and you're kind of loving yourself more and putting out that vibe and attracting somebody that's in total alignment, that is going to be, you know, your perfect vibrational match. Sorry, that made me laugh, but you know what I mean? It just means, just, you know, when you're at your best, then they're going to be at their best, rather than sort of attracting somebody that, like, say, you're the healer and they're like the narcissist, or you're the healer and they're the victim kind of thing. That happens a lot with like healers, you know, it's like people are attracted to you, but it's actually because like you can heal them. So you've got to look out for that. I don't know who that's all about. That's yes, but just watch out for that. Just make sure it's, what I'm trying to say, just make sure it's in balance is what I want to say. And there's something about, I feel like some people are like not knowing what the hell's going on in their love life, and it's just about surrender, hand over spirit, because there's new beginnings, because 9 and 1 is 10 and 10 is new beginnings. And again, it's about when you let your creativity flow, the orange, and embrace your spiritual path and surrender. But the purple is actually about handing it over to spirit, universe, angels, God, whatever the hell you want to call it. I really don't care, but it's in the nicest way possible. I mean, you call it what you want. Do you know what I mean? It's different words to different people, and I just feel it's just words. But it's about surrendering to the outcome and being open. So this could even be being open to a different type of person coming your way if you're single, or just that you're, you know, things, maybe it looked like things are not going so well, and you know, it's, you're going to break up with this person, and actually they see the error of their ways, or you know, or they apologize for something that really meant, you know, I don't know, it's different things for different people, but there's something about surrendering that you think you know the way it's going to go. No idea what that's about, so please let me know if you know. And Thursday's card is Pride. Yeah, so there's something going on. I feel like, I don't know if there's people arguing or something, or nipping each other's head, or just kind of, what do you call it, poker facing, you know, like, I just made that up, but you know, like Lady Gaga, like, you know, so somebody's acting a bit kind of like, you know, they don't care and they really do care, and all that, kind of playing games. I feel there's a bit of that going on, and it's about, you know, just drop it, because then again, 9 and 1 again, so that's 91 and 19 seems symbolic, but they both add up to 10, and it's new beginnings. So yeah, I feel like maybe somebody that was, oh, look in the colours as well, that's cool. Yes, it's all about to do with your spiritual path and your creativity. Interesting. But it's about kind of like, you know, just some, either you're dropping your pride, it could be you, and your, or the fear, pride, you know, that could also be fear, that you're dropping your ego, or somebody else is dropping their ego, and just surrender, because that'll change things. Very interesting. Right, and then, oh, stay out, because I'm wearing the tiniest little, don't even know what you call this, a jumpsuit, because it's boiling. Friday. Would you look at that? Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, see, that's me getting carried away. I was about to say, if that says creativity, that's weird, because I kept saying creativity, but it actually says parenting, and it's also 6 and 3, and that's up to 9, and that's completion. What I feel is about parenting. I feel it's about like, I feel like it's about growing up. Now, you know, again, it's funny because I've got my own meanings for some of these cards, because some of the words are kind of random on it. But yeah, I really do feel, look, it's about somebody's actually done a lot to parent themselves, or to, you know, get themselves to grow up. Because I feel like somebody's been, I feel you've been, it's almost like if we're in the tarot, it's like you would have been, oh, not, yeah, I'm hearing the word joker. Like, it's like you're dealing with a joker, or somebody that kind of like wasn't putting their heart in the line, because I'm being drawn to love. Partnership again, and it's like they're going to drop that because they've been having a word with themselves. Oh my god, we need more cards. What the fuck is this all about? Right, give me more cards from here about Friday. Crystal, or you've been attracting jokers. Crystal clear intention. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. I feel this is just about not settling, guys. That's what I'm getting, honestly. I've heard that actually a lot when I was listening to something else. It was about not settling. I feel it's about you being clear about what you want and putting out in the universe, and, you know, not settling. And I feel like the fact that there's a full moon behind his head, I feel like that means the next full moon, which is not really for another 3 weeks, is going to be very significant. But what is it in? It is a full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, looks like it's a full moon in Capricorn. Don't quote me on that, but that's also a lunar eclipse. So yeah, I feel like things about 3 weeks from now on the next full moon will become clearer. So maybe that's why I'm kind of like, what the hell is this all about? Right. So cards for Saturday now. Brilliant idea. So Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So perhaps it's just like you've decided that to not, I don't know, to not be so narrow-minded. Oh my God, that's really cheeky. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm not talking to one person in particular, but if that speaks to you, it speaks to you. But yeah, that's what I heard. Like, about not being so narrow-minded, or like, you know, it's like I always see them saying on Love Island or these things like, oh, this is my type, this is my type. Because I feel like you might actually meet somebody that really isn't your type, but it's like, they're like the person you were meant to be with, kind of thing. And I feel very excited when I said that. So, you know, also let me know about that one. But I feel like, oh, and I'm sure there's a reason for that. There's something going on Saturday. What is it again? Oh my God, guys. Right, I was about to call myself stupid, but that isn't very unconditional love. But I've just realised something. I've just completely forgot that Thursday, that's the first time I've ever done that. Thursday is, I'm not even hungover, I'm just dehydrated. I didn't even, I had like one Corona last night. I'll say that now I've went into confession time. I've just forgot that it's the new moon in Cancer. So whereabout is that? That was Monday, that's Tuesday. This makes sense. Wednesday's the new moon, and often you don't know what's happening and you have to surrender. Love it. Oh, and that's why I was going to... See, this is what I mean about that channeling suits me more, because I'm going on about new beginnings and not even putting two and two together, that it's like a new moon and that's what new beginnings are. Oh my God. Right, anyway, I'll forgive myself for feeling a bit stupid there. Right, so that's the new moon energy. And then, yes, on the actual solar eclipse, it is about pushing pride aside, dropping the ego, and having a word with yourself. That's what I feel that means, to be blunt. Having a word with yourself to get in your happiness. Stepping into your truth to get in your happiness. That's what the colours mean. Let's go with the colours. And then it's a brilliant idea when you do that. When you push your ego aside, it's like, yes, that was the thing to do. Like, basically, when I say narrow-minded, it's like Spirit are telling me, like, don't think that you know the answer, because actually you're going to get a big shock, a big fright, but it's going to be a good one. Like that. Boom, we're there now. Where was that again? Crystal clear intention. I think that was around the new moon energy. But anyway, watch it back. I've totally forgotten. That threw me. Right. And this is now Saturday's cards. Because I really do think I'm dehydrated from this heat. We're not used to it. The last time I was in my living room, I'm up the stairs now, it said it was 27 degrees. And I mean, it's like 9 o'clock at night. It's crazy. Either way, it's going to be a good week. Victory on the Sunday. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. And I love that it's a Sunday too, and the whole thing about the prayers and having faith. But yeah, so I really do feel that there's a lot of, there's victory in love. That's what I feel. So I feel it's like, either this is a victory in the fact that you are showing yourself more love and self-care, because we are in Cancer season and that's what it's all about. And it's about tuning into, you know, showing yourself that love. Rather than sort of giving it to everyone else. It's all that kind of that quote that's used far too much, or whatever that's saying about you can't pour from an empty cup, but it's true, you can. So it's all about, perhaps the victory is you've managed to balance your own healing and physical, active physical care, you know, and that's what brings about a healthy love, a new love relationship, or it improves your existing love relationship, because it only makes sense that if you're focusing on your healing, then that also heals your partner, whether you're with them or attracting them. And then we have victory in love. Right, so anyway, I feel like it's been a bit different this time. I think honestly do think I'm dehydrated, so I'm about to go and drink a shitload of water. And yes, so have a brilliant week. If you'd like to hear about, right, so that's not just me and nothing else, I'm going to hold this up. If you'd like to hear about any of the things that I'm doing, just private mail me on Facebook. If you've not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that, because I thought that I could personalise it when I got to 50 people. It turns out I think it's actually 100, so I got a bit overexcited there. So we've still got a way to go. I think I'm on like 52 or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, and remember, I'm starting the chakra course either this Thursday, but I think it'll be Monday. So get in touch for that, because you get a discount for the early bird if you get in touch now. And go on Facebook to see what people have said and stuff, reviews, or have a free 15-minute call with me if you've not had one before, and I can tell you what's going to go in there. Got the root chakra course as well. I've got my crystal clear clarity 90-minute sessions. I've got that horoscope reading that I mentioned. I've got lots of different spreads, and I've been sitting here for about half an hour. So, oh, and also, you know, remember I do Reiki and shamanic energy healing as well, but that's pretty much what the crystal clear clarity sessions are. It's really, that's why having the free 50-minute call is a good idea, and then I can hear what it is you need help with, and then I can direct you in a way that I could help you. Or indeed, it might be the case that I think there's somebody else I know that could help you better, but hopefully you've been drawn to me for a reason. And anyway, have a brilliant week. More importantly, have a brilliant new moon in Cancer solar eclipse. Sorry, I completely forgot that it was the eclipse. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let's put this one back. Now that would be interesting to see. Spirit, because I forgot, I just saw dream time was turned the wrong way around. I'm going to put it there, it might come out again. I said that funny, but it's because I pulled it earlier for myself. Right, give us one card, please, for the Cancer new moon solar eclipse, because I kind of forgot. But that is quite symbolic when I do things like that. And remember, I'm obsessed with the moon, so that's really strange that I forgot that. But it does come around quite quickly, guys. It's every 2 weeks, the new moon in the film. But oh, also, there we go. I've got my new moon workshop as well on Thursday, and I'm actually holding two. I'm holding one at 2 o'clock UK time and 8 o'clock UK time. I'll only hold the 2 o'clock one if people are interested, but that was to suit different time zones, because people had said they would come if it was in their time zone. So. But remember, people have said that they still loved it on the replay, so personal preference. So I know some people might want to be at it live. Right, so give us a card for the Cancer new moon solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, I might add. And what does this say? Oh, lovely. Lotus flower, unfoldment. So before I read from the book, I just feel that this is about the compassion card that I've now put back in the deck. But, you know, it's about having that love and compassion for yourself and the pace that you're going at on your journey. And I do feel it is in regards to loving yourself, but it's also in regards to your love partnerships as well. It's about, you know, it's not a race. And, you know, I've spent my whole life saying that it's like, you know, some people might be like, oh, you in a hurry to, you know, get married and have kids and do all this stuff, or have a boyfriend, or like, you know, hop from partner to partner to partner. And it's like, you know, you've got to stick with what's right for you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I honestly wouldn't change how I've lived my life. And it's like, I know myself so well now, inside out, that it's like, I've got no worries. It's like, as soon as you fall in love with yourself like that, and you know yourself that well, everything else just starts to fall into place, and you don't really have that anxiety around things like that. But it's just, you've really got to know, you've got to get in touch with yourself, and you've got to kind of stand strong by that as well. You know, when you're at a place that's like, oh, have you not got a boyfriend, or have you not got this, or whatever. And if you're a guy and it's like, oh, you not got a girlfriend, or, you know, same-sex partnerships, you know, I'm not going to, you know what I mean, all PC and all that. But it's about that kind of, everybody's going at their own pace. And then when you, so that's romantic partnerships, but when you also relate this to self-love, it's like, it's not a race for that either, but the goal is to fall in love with yourself unconditionally. And like, it's really, I think that's not a coincidence that at the start of the video I was almost calling myself stupid because I forgot about the new moon, or, you know, halfway through it. But it's like, of course, I'm not stupid for doing that. There must be a reason for it. And like I say, I think I'm pretty dehydrated, but I also think there's a, you know, a sort of synchronicity going on there about that we can often forget how powerful, that's what it is, I've just worked it out. We can often forget how powerful the new moon is. And of course, this isn't just a new moon, it's a fucking eclipse. Like, eclipses are a big deal. I always, you know, say this to people, for the last few years I've said this to people around me. Eclipses, like, years, like, say, so I can remember a really specific eclipse for me, and something really magical happened, and I remember saying to people around me, this is predicting something years from now that will happen. And it's like, you know, and a couple of things have happened that I said, and it's just about, you know, but there's something going on about, you know, sometimes things take a longer time to unfold. Like, I can share you as well, being a spiritual business owner, whatever the hell you want to call me, entrepreneur, you know, sometimes these things take a long time as well, or sometimes they happen overnight. And it's all about, you know, just letting things unfold the way that they're meant to, and just know that no person's path is exactly the same. So just, I feel like somebody else needed to hear that just because you've done things a little bit differently, or you've kind of dug your heels in and went, nah, I don't want to settle, because really that's what my chat was all about there. I'm not settling for for, oh, that's all right. And, you know, I've been called fussy in the past, but I don't think it's fussy. I just think it's knowing. And then, of course, being so psychic, it's like, nah, this doesn't feel right. And I tell you, sometimes when I have actually taken a chance with people and I've thought something, it turned out to not be right. So it's kind of that more reinforced not to do it. So, you know, it's something about just letting things unfold the way that they should unfold, and letting your journey unfold the way it needs to unfold. But anyway, my arm's hurting now, and I'm going to find it in the book. So, lotus flower. God knows how long this video is now. Right. Oh, there it is. So, it says the lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface as the sun held in the hand of God invites it upward to the light. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of a body of water, its stem reaching up to the surface where the leaves rest quietly. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight and once again gradually unfolds its petals, its stem extending above the waterline 3 feet or more. What we learn from this amazing plant is how our spiritual path unfolds and opens to the light, and then at times gently folds in on itself for a proper rest when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained in nourishment during the day. It's also just as important that it is rooted, and it is yet another miracle of nature that something so exquisitely beautiful is formed from the mud and silt at the water's bottom. I don't know what silt is, but I don't know. I'm assuming it's something to do with the water and the mud. But yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say. It's like, you know, every part of your journey serves a purpose. So, you know, perhaps, you know, parts of your journey that are unique to you, they're also unique, but things that are really kind of not the way other people would have done it. So for instance, if you've been single for ages and like other people would have just settled by now, it's kind of like, don't be like, oh, I must be. It's like, nah, just do it your way. Do you know what I mean? And that I would say that I'm an Aries, but it's like, because sooner or later things will all make sense. You know what I mean? And that's really, obviously Spirit are using me to give my examples, but I feel that this could literally be about anything. But because the cards were talking about love and that, I feel that this is going to link to self-love for a lot of people and romantic love. But it could be to do with business for some people too, but I'm guessing it's to do with love. Right. So your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you're aware of it. Remember, this was a message for the new moon as well. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny, and even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. And remember, the dark night of the soul is something that I'm very passionate about, having went through it myself, and I'm here to support other people through that time as well. It's a natural cycle that one cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others, for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. Wow, that feels really intense, guys. And also the fact that kept going through my head that my name, Claire, actually means bright light. And it also means intelligence, which is interesting because, you know, they call it like a higher intelligence when you're reading from the collective conscious, when you're channeling, basically. So that kind of always interests me too. But yeah, basically, let yourself unfold how you're meant to, and let other people unfold how they're meant to. Basically, everything happens in divine time. And on that note, I'm going to stop it because my arm is also very sore. Have a lovely week, and I shall be back next week for the weekly reading. See you later.